welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of Dog Eat Dog. My name is... Yeah.
No?
Yeah. my name is Dave, and this is Matt.
Yeah.
Colin's gone again, but hopefully he'll be back soon. So Dog Eat Dog is when we only have 2 of us, and we're going to jump right in. Matt, what do you got for us? What do you got for us first?
So today I was thinking about this, and I wanted to come up with a nice conversation / debate to talk about 4-year college degrees and if they still hold the same value in today's world as they once did.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've all heard of the, go to school, get your 4-year degree.
Yep.
And you'll have a happy life, nice house,
yes,
boats, all the things, right? We're promised all this stuff when we go to college. And then, like many of us, we get a college degree. Hopefully we intern at some places. Mm-hmm. We get done and we're like, what now? Where is the 6-figure job?
Yeah,
where is it at? Where is it at? And we're like, wait, it's not there? We have to start at entry level and we're supposed to have 5 years of experience. And I just wanted to spark that debate and see where your thoughts align with that subject matter, and if the world is changing or if it's not.
Well, I don't know if it'll be much of a debate. Honestly, it might just be with us agreeing, with patting each other on the back here, because I guess I don't know what your opinion is, but is it worth it now? No, for me, it's not. It's not worth it. I mean, for the vast majority of people, not for everybody, but for the vast majority of people, it is not worth it.
Yeah, and I'll add to this that currently in the U.S., we're $1.7 trillion in student loan debt.
That's crazy.
Which that could be a subject matter in its own.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall, aspect to debate is the return on investment on your 4-year degree valid now, or could you be doing time spent doing something else, earning more money, or utilizing that money that you would have spent for school to fast track another type of career that could potentially earn you more money than what it is. And I would preface, I think this doesn't fit, because I also agree that the 4-year degree does not hold the same value that it once did.
Yes.
I would say that if you're, a doctor, lawyer, something in the medical field, those still hold value.
100% agree.
Right?
Yep.
They're very, very high. You go into very high debt, but there's a very high reward in the type of jobs. Plus, you also need that, right?
Yes.
So I think those we can just sweep to the side and say, yes, you guys are still good.
Yep.
The prices for those have increased just like anything else.
Yeah.
But in terms of business, a business degree, a degree in IT or programming. Yeah. There's a lot of these, and we'll get into this later, that have changed. They don't hold the same prestige as they used to, and companies are even agreeing with that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about?
Yeah. So with a highly skilled, specific fields like doctor, lawyer, I want those people to be educated and have to go through rigorous training. I
want my airline pilot to have a lot of training as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know what degree you have to have for that, but
so if you are going to college, right, and you know that you're going to do a job like that has a clear path from, college to like maybe postgraduate, medical school, whatever, to a job with a dollar amount that you know what it is, all these things like that. If you're that type of person, then it's still useful for you.
Yeah.
If you do not know what you want to do not go to college. Just don't. Not immediately, at least. So, take a gap year, right? Take multiple gap years.
Yeah.
Get job experience. Like going to college to find yourself or find out what you want to do is a bad decision. It's too expensive. It's too expensive to just go there like I did. I'm picking from experience. Sure. Right. I went to college because, and again, let's go back, right? So I graduated in 2010, right? You graduated in 2000, like late 2000s. 2007, maybe mid to late 2000s. So
back in the day.
So maybe for me, the only option if you wanted to be successful was to go to college.
Yeah.
There really wasn't like, oh, you don't have to go to college. You can't. Like if you don't go to college, it was kind of viewed as like, you're kind of a failure, or what are you doing with your life? You're not good enough to go to college. Like, what are you doing?
Or you're not ever going to earn a living high enough to like have a lifestyle of luxury.
That was absolutely,
you're going to be slumming it.
100%. That was absolutely what I felt going into college.
Sure.
Right? It was like, this is the only option. And to be fair, like in the past, when not every single person went to college, like it is now, or it was when we were, it's different now. Actually, it's kind of swung. The millennials went to college and have crazy school debt, and like the next generations are looking at us and like, let's think twice here.
Yeah.
Before we just jump right into it. But for our generation, the previous generations, like, yeah, it was true. Going to college made perfect sense because in 1985, 4-year college at a public college cost about $5,000 or $6,000 for 4 years. All 4 years combined, $6,000. Today, that same school is closer to $45,000 or $50,000.
Yeah.
Not even close. If you adjust for inflation, all this stuff, it's still not even close.
Yeah.
Right? So it made sense.
Yeah.
You could go to school part-time. I've heard stories of our previous generations like going to school part-time while going to school, working part-time while going to school full-time and paying for your college as you are in college.
Yeah.
Impossible now. Impossible. There's no, like, if previous generations, that really bothers me, they don't recognize this fact. It is completely different. Like, I did it. I paid for my college. Don't stop. It's literally impossible.
Yeah. Your books were $17.
Yeah, exactly. One textbook was like $300.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, it's insane. It's not even close to the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that exact plan with a job lined up, do not go to college, in my opinion, right after high school.
Well, I would say one, in today's world, in high school, and this is the conversations I'm going to have with my kids way earlier than my parents had it with me.
Yeah.
Whereas like junior, senior year, they're like, you go to college and you'll be a manager and you can do this and that, and it's like, okay, but how do I get there? And what do they pay? And it was just like, no, they'll pay good. And it's like, but what is that number?
Yeah.
But for my kids, I'm going to have that conversation of like, hey, start thinking about what you're interested in, what you're passionate about.
Yes.
And let's follow down those paths and let's talk about what that career is. And let's talk about what that career pays. If you want to be a teacher, you have a passion for it. Great. This is going to be your salary, right? And this salary pays for this, this, and this. Are you okay with that lifestyle?
Yeah.
Sure. This is my passion. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Great. Go be a teacher.
Perfect.
Don't go into being a teacher if you're wanting to have, a lake house and a boat and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
If it depends on what you want out of life, and you need to have those conversations sooner with your kids, because I think that's been the lie, and it's been told over generations, where there's parents like stressing about how am I going to pay for my kids' college when they're like 2 or 3 years old, right? Yeah. Because it's $50,000 to $100,000 to upper, with private schools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where you have parents putting in money for college savings when they're still paying off their own college, right? And it's like, where does the line stop? Because I look at my own retirement and I'm like, I'm supposed to pay for 3 kids' colleges, and it's like, no way, dude. There's way better ways to get your school paid for, depending on what you want to do.
Yes.
And the lie that has been told to us on how you have to get there is so untrue.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
I still think the value of the degree. We're in the business arena where it's just you get it in something in business related.
Yeah.
And then you go into work for whatever company, but I still think that if you pursue those, you need to have a plan on what you want to do, and you need to figure out how you're going to pay for that.
Yeah.
Right. Because my parents did that to me, where it's like, hey, we're going to pay for a little bit, and then you're on your own. And that's kind of the plan. I think you focus on, oh, well, I need to get a scholarship, or I need to do this and that. Like you don't have to go in a massive amounts of debts to get a degree. I do think that if you're not going in to be a doctor, lawyer, any of those things, that you do need to have something. You can't just have nothing, right? Whether it's a skill, a certificate in
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
or the 4-year degree is still valuable, right? It's just there are better ways to obtain it.
Yeah.
Than the lie that we were told.
Yeah. I guess that's my biggest thing is if you don't know what you want to do out of high school, pause. Just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Why? There's no reason. Like people always were, I'm going to fall behind or this. A lot of people go to school for the experience. One of my good friends, and Alex, he watched the podcast. He said, I felt like I paid, tens of thousands of dollars for a summer camp.
Yeah.
Because it was just like this. It was a fun time, fun experience. But now it's over, and I have, all this debt, and like these numbers also don't necessarily make a lot of sense to an 18-year-old, 17-year-old. These numbers of like $30,000, $60,000, $100,000 in debt. What does that mean? Like, are 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds forward thinking enough and understand? They're not paying for anything. Most of them, right, aren't paying for these things. They know what that really means, how much money that really is, how long that will take to pay off. And another problem is that companies are lazy. They are lazy with their hiring. And they in the past, a college degree meant you're like a smart person. And now a college degree means you're just anybody. Everybody can get a college degree very, very easily.
Yeah.
The government will throw money at you for any degree you want to pay for your school, right? Or loan you, not give it to you, but loan it to you easily. And for whatever you want, doesn't matter if it's a garbage degree, there's no plan, they'll throw money at you anyway. And then then you have to pay it back. And the companies are like, okay, well, we're going to put a college degree. That'll just filter some people out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And so we don't have to do the work of the hard work of hiring somebody. I can just like use that credential. I don't even care what it's in. You know what I mean? Like, me personally used almost nothing I learned in college 100%. in my degree. I will say this: I got kind of lucky. First, when I graduated, I was in retail. And I was so bitter because I just finished this 4-year degree, had tons of debt. And I'm like, I'm working a job a high schooler could have, right? Like not even have to have a degree. Yeah. I didn't have to have a diploma in high school to do the job I'm doing. I was so mad. Yeah. Right. But it did work out because the one thing that college did, I used my networking through college. Yes. To get a job in human resources. And then I used, from there, that kind of jump started me. Getting your foot in the door is the hardest thing to do, right? Yes. Got my foot in the door, and then use that to springboard into the next HR job, into that HR job, and then I switched careers again via networking. Nothing to do with college again. Yeah. Right. So again, I'm not saying it's completely useless, but man, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. And yeah, if you're taking advantage of all the opportunities while you're in college, and again, forward thinking, and again, this is easy to say at our ages when we have careers and families.
Yeah, for sure.
But because I was not thinking about any of that stuff back then either. But it's just, I think, it's up to us now to pass that on to our kids to make sure they're not setting themselves up for failure and how they're doing things. But yeah, 100%. That was one of the things when I was doing a little research is networking in college, talking to people, seeing where other people work and all that stuff. But I also wanted to say that there are a lot of opportunities now where there's kids that during high school can go to college classes and get college credits and stuff. And some kids will come out of high school with like 30 or 40 credit hours. Sure. They're like a quarter of the way done with college by the time they're finished with high school. And then you can go work. There's a lot of companies that offer tuition assistance. Yeah. You can go work for one of these companies that doesn't require a degree to get into an entry-level type of job, gain experience, and gain experience in that field. And then while you have to work, while you're going to school, that's hard. You're not going to be able to party and hang out and sleep in until noon and stuff. Yes. But you do that route, and then you get your degree paid for, essentially, while you're getting experience. Sure. And making money. That's another big thing.
What do you know?
And you can start your 401k, all that stuff. Yeah. And then you everything's this kind of fast track for there. You don't have student loan debt. You have experience at that point. There's steps to this if you go down the right path, not just go to a 4-year college and take out $100,000 and you'll pay it back because you'll be making $250,000 in your second year of your high paying job.
Yeah, but also like it seems so obvious, but all degrees, all like majors are not equal and not even close. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like again, if you're an English major or you're gender study major or you're a underwater basket weaving major or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's not the same as a major in engineering or a major in, whatever it is. Like they're not the same thing. You can't expect those jobs. There's nothing, or there's very specific jobs that you like hope you can get and maybe make money.
Yeah. And that's the thing why it's good to have those conversations with your kids now of like, what are the high paying, like programming, computer programming, very high demand, IT, anything involved with technology right now, very high demand. And actually, I was going to bring that up too. Speaking of degrees and things like that, there's companies that are losing, they call it, what is it? Cutting the paper ceiling, basically the degree, but it's, they're moving toward more skill-based hiring trends.
Yes.
Where there's, I'll make this up. So yeah, IBM coined it as the new collar for roles focused on skills over degrees. But yeah, Google's on this. They went from 93% to like under 70% of their hiring without degrees.
I see.
Dell, Bank of America, Delta Airlines have all moved towards this. And let's see, 2002, Harvard Business did a review. But between 2017 and 2019, 46% of middle skill and 31% of high skill role degree requirements decreased. And the government's getting involved with this. Companies like Walmart, Cisco are all hiring people based on skill and then training them through their systems.
Yeah.
And then this fast tracking, again, you said earlier, we're weeding people out based on degrees.
Yeah.
But then we're also getting people in who I could have got that person 3 years ago who was eager and hungry for a job.
For sure.
And didn't have to eat ramen noodles and all the things that you have to do in college and be broke and poor, where you can instantly go to this job. And so like I have a type of job right now where it doesn't matter what I went to school to do or what I did. I have to learn specifically on the job. Like the smartest person in the world may be quicker at learning some of the things, but you're not going to know it until you're there. And that's the same with like every company is like, we all have different systems, programs, processes. And me sitting in school, learning about, what Aristotle did, cool.
Yeah. And what a crock of nonsense gen eds are in college. The most money grabbing garbage I've ever heard are gen eds in college.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you have to take this class. You have to take public speaking. You have to take history. You have to take these like remedial math classes. Like what? Why?
Yeah.
I'm like that's ridiculous. They exist for one reason, and it's to leech as much money out of you as possible.
Yeah.
You could take 2 years probably off of your 4-year degree.
Sure.
If you didn't have to take any gen eds, and you only took the classes that were specific to your major.
Yeah.
Right? And there's no reason in heck that you had to take some of the classes that they require you to take in college.
Yeah.
Absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
So again, the facts that I learned in college, I have never used ever. When I left that classroom and got the grade, never used it ever again.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm never at work and I'm like, you know what? What happened to my accounting 2 class?
Yeah.
With the depreciation value
yes.
Here, it's like, no, I don't need that.
Yeah, but I know people who are accountants, and guess what? They did need that, and they did use it. You know what I mean? Everything I use in my job, everything. And again, I'm not exaggerating here. Every single thing I learned in my job, I learned in the job.
In the job. Yeah.
Besides, the stuff that I didn't is like high school stuff.
Yeah.
High school, there's more stuff in high school that I use now than in college. Easily. Not close. Right? And then like, again, when you get that, so it's kind of like college is, what used to be high school, is now college. And what is now college is now advanced degrees. You know what I mean? Like to be the equivalent. Like if you have an advanced degree, you're looked at as the same as it used to be when you had just a regular college degree.
Sure.
And then if you had a college degree, it looks like what it used to be when you just had a high school diploma, right? So it's all leveled up, and it leveled up with a major price tag.
Yeah, and I even question the advanced degrees where it's like, is that worth it?
So I mean, it's very specific.
Yes.
Very specific. Very what you're going to do. Again, if you have a plan and a job and they all this stuff, it's different. But just getting people just like never graduate. You know what I mean? They just keep getting degrees of degrees of degrees. I'm like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
That was kind of an eye opener for me, like going to school and getting my degree. Whereas it's like, okay, there's gonna be a million doors open now and everything. And it's just like,
that's what I thought too.
Oh no, like it's a piece of paper now. Like get to work, man, and go figure it out.
And
go, go be successful here. And it's like, oh well, what about all the things I learned in college? They're like, yeah, dude, shut the book and get out here, dude. Like there's stuff breaking everywhere. Like get to it.
100%. And you mentioned it earlier, but it's worth repeating. These companies, after they require you to have a degree, also require you to have 5 years of experience for entry level position.
Yeah,
and it's like, are you kidding me? You have to have a degree and 2-3 years of experience doing this job. Where am I going to get the experience? Any place where I got the experience is going to require experience for me to get that job.
Yeah,
like it's ridiculous.
I think the better system would just be. And again, we're not talking doctors, lawyers, things like that, where you have to have. But the better system would be and we have some of these. They call like co-ops, but they're in school, they're in college right now. It's almost like a different style of interning or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's more loose, but it should just be what is it called when the people get like the temp labor or whatever. It should just be like everybody enters as like temp labor and it's like, hey, go work for this company for a month.
Yeah.
And then you go work for this company. So I can figure out, do I want to work for this company? Like, what is this company really like? Because everybody's, we're the best and we treat people like family and stuff. I get a look inside there. They get a look at me. Yeah. They get a look, hey, did this person show up every day on time? Sure. Did this person, was he eager to learn? Was he interested? Was he engaged? All these things, you can tell that within a month if somebody's if somebody's with it or not, right? Sure. And you're like, okay, cool. Hey, we're gonna move you on to the next level. Yeah. It may not be, maybe it's a permanent hire, or maybe it's a second tier of that. But it's like, hey, cool. Now you're moving on this next level, and now you're learning on the job things you need to know that will also help you if you ever leave here and go to another job too, not just that same piece of paper that's opening a door for you or open the crack of the door, I would say. So it's changing. And like I said, if you're on the job, I just feel like you learn so much more doing that. Like college would have been a lot better if I was like sitting in a room and somebody came in and started screaming at me to get something done and was asking me a bunch of questions like, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to handle this?
Yeah.
You got till tomorrow to get this done.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And I'd be like, wait, what? My textbook right here. Yeah. What about my discussion board?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, dude. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah.
So I just think we waste so much time and money.
Yeah.
And it's just different now.
There's a lot of culprits here. I think a lot of the kids, like us as kids, were like, some of it was like we went the college experience. Some of that was on us. I think that the previous generation did not understand how the value of the degree changed from when they went to school. I think the schools are maybe the biggest culprit, are probably the biggest offender of charging for gen eds, charging crazy amount of money out the butt, like just like spending and charging their students crazy amounts.
Yeah.
They don't care about their students. They care about getting more football stadiums and building new buildings and things like that. And the reason that they were able to do this is because the government. Again, the government is a root of a lot of problems, in my opinion. The government holds, according to ChatGPT, $1.6 trillion of the student loan debt from the government. That's 91%. So when you log in, they don't care what you're getting a degree in. They don't care. Here's your money. Here's your loan. They don't care. Here's your loan.
Yeah.
Right. And so the universities are like, wow, we can just charge whatever we want because the government's fitting the bill.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you had to get a private loan from a bank or something like that, sure, it's not as easy to do.
And if the bank was like, hey, show me your high school transcript.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, oh wow, straight C's? Like, cool. Yeah. We're not giving you a loan to go to college. You're like, oh no, like I should have worked harder.
Yeah.
It's like, no, hey, you want some money here? You want some money here? Like it's like the mortgage crisis, right? It's like the mortgage. Yeah. It's the same as the mortgage crisis, except nobody's tried to fix this. Yeah. I guess it hasn't broken completely to where somebody's had to do something, right? Yeah. Or it hasn't like shattered our economy or...
But there's no asset here. That's also a big difference, right? There's no tangible asset like a house.
What about that piece of paper?
Yeah, that piece of paper that means nothing, right? That's people's like, who cares about that, right? Like, I guess there's an asset. You do have a degree, right? But it's not tangible like a house is. It's not like a physical thing. And so, yeah, you're right. A bank's like, oh, what's your degree? What are you going to do? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to lend you $10,000 because I'm going to get my money back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The government's like, what are you going to do? Underwater basket weaving and a minor in gender studies. Okay, sounds good to me. Here's $100,000. Hope you pay it back one day. You know what I mean? Like,
good luck paying this the rest of your lives.
Yeah.
And we're not going to bail you out. We're not going to help you.
No.
Good luck.
Well, I guarantee you. I don't know this for sure, but why did the price go from $5,000 for 4 years to $50,000-$60,000 for 4 years? Because the schools are like, bro, this is free money. It's just money from the government. The government is just giving us money, and we don't care. I don't give a care. I don't give a crap if this student, once they graduate, can't pay it back. My money, I already got my money.
Yeah.
Now I'm already out, right? So the government pays me on your behalf for the loan, right? Or pays you and you give it to me for the loan. Once you're graduated and I've got my money as the university, now I'm out. It's you and the government. See ya. Thanks for your $6,000.
It reminds me a lot of people who get loans on cars, right? Because that is a depreciating,
sure.
And it reminds me of that where you hear the shady people around our town and others where it's like, you see that these people are getting this approved for, this $80,000 truck.
Yeah.
That they have no business being in,
business.
a $1,100 payment a month. And the people selling it to them are just getting a commission on that. And they could care less in 30 days if they have to turn that over and get repoed, right?
Yep.
It's the same premise.
Yeah.
The predatory lending, like all these things where it's just like, hey, we're going to give this to you. We're going to make money off of this, probably for a while from you. And then maybe if you don't even turn it over or not, like we don't care. It's not our problem.
Yeah.
We got our check. We're good to go. We're on to the next guy.
Now imagine what would happen to the prices of cars if you could get a government loan at any time for any reason, no matter what your debt is, no matter what your credit is.
Yeah.
If you have no credit, like a high school, like let's say you're 17 years old, you have no credit. You just go to the government and say, hey, can I have a $80,000 car loan? The government's like, yep. Here you go.
Do you want two?
Yeah, here's another one. What happened to the prices of cars, Matt? What do you think? They go through the roof, of course.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You think people running these businesses are like, oh, I care about my, I'm not saying, again, there are good people that run businesses. They do care about their students. They do care about their employees. They do care about their customers. I'm not saying that.
You're talking about the system in general.
But the system in general, it's human nature. People are greedy, right? You give them that incentive with no backslash. Like, yeah, frick, I can get my president's gonna get tons of money. We're gonna get a new football stadium, $100,000 seats. We're gonna get new business. You know what I mean? It's just like.
So do you think that there will be a shift and a change, especially with seeing companies like Google, American Airlines, Apple is another one, Walmart, like I mentioned before. Do you think there'll be a shift to seeing that? Hey, like these major companies in our country are now hiring people with. Maybe they went to community college. Maybe they got a 6-month certificate, whatever it is. We're bringing them in and we don't care about Tesla's another one too. We don't care about their 4-year degree. We want to get them in here. We want to train them. And I think I would like to dive into that deeper, but I bet retention is better. When I say, hey, sure. Dave at 19, do you want to make $65,000 and right out of high school?
In a couple years? Yeah. Or 1 year or whatever.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, what do I do? You're like, come here.
Yeah.
You're like, but I don't know anything about electric cars. And they're like, cool, we'll teach you. Right?
Yeah.
And then you can move your way up and fast track and advance your career. So hopefully there's some pushback there in the system.
And every job has to do that anyway. They have to train you anyway.
Yes.
Right? They have to train you anyway. So might as well just do it at the beginning. The millennials are a cautionary tale. We are a cautionary tale. We are a canary in the coal mine of college tuition and 4-year degrees. Right? Everybody we know, maybe they paid it off already, maybe not, has significant college student loan debt. At some point. Again, maybe they've already paid it off, but like almost everyone. Yeah. Right? Unless remember they're lucky. Maybe their parents paid it all. Maybe maybe they had something like that. There's some people that I know.
I don't need to brag about mine.
Yeah. which again, that's fine. You still would have had to pay tons of money if you didn't have some kind of.
I know the number in my head of what I would have had to pay.
Yeah. If you didn't have these, these other avenues, right?
Yeah.
So for sure, and this is a very public problem that everybody is talking about. So it's I hope that the next generations pay heed and like learn from us.
I've learned, it's like we were talking earlier when it comes to my kids, is I'm not putting aside $60,000 or $70,000 for each of my kids so I can be like, hey, go party and go to Aggieville and like, no, like you can stay in the house and go to a school here and work and do all these things. You have a free room and board.
Yeah.
Everything else is on you, and it's like, and that may sound cold or harsh, or how are your kids going to be set up for success? By them thinking about what they want to do because I was guilty of that in terms of, when I first started, my grandma was paying for some of my school along with my dad and my mom. And I didn't give a crap, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't give a crap. I was missing classes. And then when finally they're like, hey, we can't pay for this anymore, I had to figure it out on my own,
Yeah.
And it's a harsh reality. But again, I think we'd all just been told a lie for so long that we need to place in our kids' minds and heads earlier of, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you want to do with your life? Right. And you don't have to start your life with, a house-sized debt because you read some books and, quoted Macbeth or something,
Again, I filled out my FAFSA. I remember filling out my FAFSA.
I did too.
They say, I don't care, bro. Give me what's your social security number? Great. They didn't make sure you sign up for selective service if you're a man. Make sure you're signed up for that draft.
That. Yeah.
Make sure you're signed up for that draft. But nothing. What's your name? Social security number? Here, check a few boxes. Cool. Here's whatever amount of money you want.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, the other thing that's stupid about that process too is like, they're like, hey, I remember being told, fill out your FAFSA because you could qualify for Pell Grants. I could pay for your whole school. And you're like, oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
You fill it out and it's like, no matter what amount your parents make, whether like you grew up on a dirt floor with no running water, they'll be like, oh, you don't qualify for any Pell Grants. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So what does that mean? They're like, that means you get $200,000. Here you go. You go to school. You're like, whoa, cool.
Dude, tight, bro. Like, toy. That's noise and toy.
Yeah. So it's just, and you come out of the gates just confused and there's no information. And like I said, I'm glad that you're of the same mind that we got to do better.
No, but
we got to set up our kids better for success and not just turn them out into the world ready to be in debt and failure. Being in debt is the American way, but hopefully we can start to turn that around.
So one thing is kind of a tangent, but it's a similar topic is with the NIL money. That's a new thing in college sports.
Yeah.
Right. We could the debate. This discussion is not really whether you should do it or change it.
Ooh, we might save that for dog.
Maybe another one. But what I do like about the NIL is that you can make money playing your sport, right? Before NIL, the only way you make money playing your sport is you make it to the league. That's it. You know what I mean? Or you play overseas or something like that. But now you can make money, like decent amount of money, playing your sport, not coaching, not training, playing.
Yeah.
Right. So you could go to is it the odds of making it to the league are very, very low. The odds of making it to a school like Wichita State or even like Bethel College or even like freaking Bethany, right? These like smaller schools, they have NIL money. Now, is it going to be $1 million a year? No. Yeah. But it could be $20,000 a year. You're making $20,000 a year in college, going to college for free, making $20,000 a year.
Eating for free.
So you have big one. Yeah, you have no debt. You have maybe $100,000 that you've made over the last 4 years. Now you're jump started. Now your life is like, right? You have a degree, no debt, money in your pocket. Great.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like, and it's realistic. Like if your kid is not 6'9", 250, he's not going to play in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if your kid's anybody could work hard enough to play at these smaller schools or even at a D1 school, a smaller D1 school. Right? Like it's actually possible to reach that goal. Going to the NBA is it's a lightning strike. It's less likely than that. You're probably more likely to get struck by lightning. Like, you know what I mean?
And if you're a man, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, exactly. So, but having a goal of like, I can actually, if I work hard at this, I can actually make money in college playing my sport. And it's realistic. It's not like it's pie in the sky. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to crush your kids' dreams, but like, are you going to go to the NBA? You know what I mean? Like you're going to be 6 foot maybe, you know?
Yeah.
I mean?
But that's part of the discussion too, is talking about the cost of college and talking to your kids, figuring out what path do you want to go? What do you want to be? And it's like, I don't really know. Well, it's like, okay, well, if you don't know, then let's get good grades. Whatever the sport is that you play or whatever activity that you do in high school. Yeah. If that can translate to college and translate to a scholarship through that avenue, let's dive into that, right? Let's put your heart and mind and soul into it so that you can get to the college level and get that paid for, right? Because otherwise, here's your $80,000. Yeah. And that will over time actually be, $200,000, $300,000 by the time you pay it back. Exactly. So let's have those discussions and let's go down these paths
for sure. But you could always get scholarships. We could get scholarships. But now, not only that, you're getting money on. You're actually getting paid, right? Yeah. And those guys also have a great networking. Networking through college athletes.
I was gonna say that is great,
fantastic. Yeah. Right. Like I know people at WSU who play volleyball and now they work for the university, recruiting or something, right? The good thing about this NIL money is now for the big sports, like the big high time, that's where we can question, like, is it good for the sport? Like, I don't know. Is it good for, I don't know about that. But like for the regular people that aren't going to go to the league, it's a lot of great options for you. Yeah. And it gives you some things that I never had a chance to. You never had a chance to do anything like that.
Yeah, like meeting all these like local business owners and all this stuff that are boosters and the alumni club and all this stuff. And you're the star player. I mean, and you're talking to, Sam over here, Sam and Sam Sons or whatever, construction. Right. And, like they just get, again, it's this great networking opportunities that I didn't have because I wasn't a star athlete. And so it's good.
But also you knew that, like, I'm not going to the MLB, I'm not going to the NFL. You knew that. Like, you know what I mean? At a certain point in your career, you're like, I love basketball, it's not happening. Like, you know what I mean?
I figured that out about 2 years ago that it wasn't gonna happen for me.
It's like
I was laying in bed one day and I was like, man,
dang. but so, like, again, like you get, like, okay, it's not happening, so I guess that's it. I guess that's that. Yeah. But like, this is like, well, this is real. This is realistic. You could this is the actual attainable goal for anybody who wants to put in enough work. Yeah. And so that's what's cool. That's like the difference, I think.
Speaking of that, not to go off subject, but my son asked me the other day, he's like, hey, Dad, I know Dave didn't go to the NBA, but he played basketball professionally overseas, right?
And he said, yes, he absolutely did.
Yeah. He played for the Iceland Silverbacks. Yep.
The Silverback. Hey, we were tough, bro.
Yeah. Hey, league champs, dude. 2011, 12. Yep. Yeah. I'm like, no, dude. Where do you come up with this stuff, man? That's so funny. But yeah, we probably should just start telling him. Yeah, you played in Japan for the Samurais. And
yeah, that's funny. That's so okay, all right.
It's good stuff, man. I think we solved it. I think we, again, dog eat dog here. We discuss, we debate, then we solve it.
Solve the problems,
and then we move on. Yep. So student loan debts.
That's all. But you guys take care of that.
Bam. Sit down, have your kids watch this. Yeah. Inform them.
So in true dog eat dog style, Matt has another game, another game discussion game that we're gonna play next. What's this one called?
This is Jerk or No Jerk. I'm gonna read Dave the scenarios, and Dave is gonna give me a response to these scenarios via a scale system. So he's gonna give me 0, absolutely no jerk, no harm, no foul in this scenario. Okay. Or a 10, you're a total jerk,
massive jerk,
and you should be jailed for doing this act.
I'm a jerk. You wouldn't have.
So you're one in between. So we'll find something about Dave. We'll maybe find something about society in general through this.
You're not going to answer these questions?
I'm reading them to you. I mean, we
Okay.
could switch off if you wanted to.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll get my response and you say, I agree. Or you say,
Or I'm going to say, I actually saw you do that, so you're a hypocrite.
perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Number 1. Are we ready? We're going to start in easy.
Ready.
All right. Jerk or no jerk? You planned a Dungeons and Dragons game at your house, and your friend said, no, I want to watch the Chiefs game instead.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't that be funny if the whole setup was just for me to ask you that?
One joke. Yeah.
I had to sneak it in after I was like, man, should I sneak?
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, that's an inside joke there.
Yeah.
Listen to episode
11.
Yeah, 11.
Episode 11.
If you want to.
Lazy Duck.
Yeah, a little tease there. Little tease. We're getting good at this. Okay. So jerk or no jerk? Parking in 2 stalls or just parking to where it inconveniences other people with the way that you turned in?
9.
9 out of 10.
That's a high one. That's the one that's personal for me. If you go back to my pet peeves list, that's on there. 9. That one gets me. You are a massive jerk. You also just don't care.
Yeah.
That's why it puts it up to a higher level for me. Is because like it's very easy to fix. It takes very little effort from you to make everyone else's life much better.
Yeah.
Or other people's lives easier.
Yeah.
And you just don't care. You don't care enough to pull out and pull back in and fix it. You just don't care, or you just intentionally do it because like, I don't want to get door dings. Well. I only care about me. I don't care about anyone else.
Sure.
That's a high. That's a 9.
Yeah, it's got to be high too. Yeah, because you're inconveniencing everybody, and you're not.
And it's so little effort to fix it.
Yeah. Okay. Honking the second the light turns green. That doesn't happen to me a lot, but I feel like when it has happened to me, I'm daydreaming or I'm.
Yeah. That's like that's a jerk move. That's like a 6. It's above average jerkness.
Yeah. Has it happened to you a lot? Like the minute like boom green and honk.
No. Sometimes I don't have road rage like at all. When I get honked at, I get like 0 to 100.
Is there anything more offensive,
dude? Yeah.
Than being honked? Like maybe being flipped off. I don't know where that system. It's probably being honked at first.
For me, it's worse because it's like so much. It's so much more visceral. It's like the jerk reaction is so, like that.
Well, it's like yelling with your car, right?
Oh yeah.
It would be like, can you imagine the in the same vein, you're walking on the sidewalk, and I go to like turn, and somebody's like coming the same way, right? You know that like the whole like in the right. Yeah. But instead, I'm walking by and I'm like, hey, hey.
Yeah.
And you're just like, whoa, what? And like the whole situation's awkward from there. And you're like, what? I mean, that's the equivalent.
Yeah, agreed.
And
this is one of our first instincts as humans. So babies will react to loud noises.
Yeah.
Like they'll jerk to loud noises. Like they don't have all the other reflexes and stuff. One of our first like fear like instincts as a baby is that loud noise jerk.
Yeah.
So like that abrupt loud noise is just infuriating to me.
Yeah, and it's somebody like literally calling you out, telling you did something wrong.
Yes.
And then you trying to instantly figure out, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Or was I in the wrong?
Sometimes I was. Sometimes I'm on my phone or whatever and they honk at me. I don't mind that. I'm like, okay, that's on me.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
But like if I'm actually paying attention and it's like a honk immediately, it's like, oh, buddy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But that's not a major jerk. I don't know. Actually, we talked about it a little more. I think you may be a little more angry about it. So I'm going to raise it up to a 7.
Oh, we're raising the bar, dude. We're taking it further.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking forever to get out of a parking space and while that person's checking their phone, doing stuff. So the person knows you're waiting. And that frustrates me.
That does frustrate me too. That frustrates
I don't know
me
if it's a jerk
No,
move.
it's under a 5 for me. That's like a 4. Maybe a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes, we've all done that. I think we've all like gotten in our cars and like gotten on the phone and like, oh shoot, I need to get out of here kind of thing. Yeah, that was not as bad.
Yeah, this is more. It's not a jerk move. It's just you being frustrated and impatient.
Yeah, it's impatience on my part. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Sending food back at a restaurant because it didn't taste right. We all know the people.
That's a higher one for me. That's probably like a 6. Yeah, I'll say that's a 6. For me, I honestly think some people, if people make the argument that like, hey, I paid for this, I ordered it, like it doesn't taste right. I don't know about taste right actually.
Sure.
You said specifically taste right, not if they got it wrong. If they got it wrong, it's not.
Wrong's different.
Wrong's different, right? Wrong's different. But doesn't taste right. No.
I've been with people when that's happened, and it's like so awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was with a guy one time, and he's just that type of like abrasive personality to begin with. But yeah, he got a burger, and he like bites into it. We're like all having a conversation, and then he stops. He's like, ma'am, yeah, I like my burgers cooked. This is like room temperature. Why don't we go figure out a better way with this? And I'm like, dude, that hamburger, do you know where that's going back there? Like, yeah. And they brought it back again, and he still didn't like it. And I'm just like, dude,
so
you're like setting yourself up.
So that like, I'm just saying the act of sending it back. So I assume it's the politest way possible when I say a 6. That guy leveled it up.
Yeah.
But that was.
But I'm saying the type of person who's sending something back.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't taste right to the temperature, the type, like maybe it was like something. I don't know.
I think it's generational too. I think again, our generation, almost nobody in our generation would send that back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But previous generations don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
They would definitely are more specific about that.
I don't agree. This one's weird. Taking the last donut in the break room without asking.
That's a 0.
That's a 0. Who
cares? That's a 0. Unless you took all of them.
Sure.
Did you take all the donuts?
Yeah. If there was 10 and you got the first 3 and you went back for the last one.
Yeah.
That's a jerk move on you.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, can you imagine I'm in the break room? I'm like, hello, do you guys mind if I have this last donut here?
Ask who? Also.
Is there a break room attendant? Like a bathroom attendant? Yeah. He's like standing there.
The donut czar?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. He's like, also, you don't forget your salsa you left in the fridge last week. Yeah.
No, that's a 0. Not a jerk move at all. So let me just take the last one.
Okay. Sneaking snacks into the movie theater. This is maybe more of a moral conundrum.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
That's a 0?
Not a 0. Not a 0 because you are breaking the rules of the movie theater, right? So like, I don't say yours is a 0. I would say it's like a 2.
2?
Yeah, barely.
I would say it's a 0. And not only do I say it's not a jerk move, I would highly encourage it. Push back against big movie theaters.
Big movie theater. Yeah, okay, I would say 1. I can't give it a 0 because you are breaking the rules of the movie theater.
Sure.
Like, so that's for me, that's it can't be a 0. It can't be like nothing wrong with it at all.
But I paid for my ticket.
True.
I can be here.
Yeah.
You said I can't have candy, but I'm not paying for your overpriced candy.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry. All right.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
No tipping at a sit-down restaurant. You don't leave a tip.
Oof. This one is tough for me. I don't know the answer to this one.
Tipping culture could be an episode of its own.
Yes, because like I was gonna say, I might get on a tangent here because I always tip, but I hate that I'm required to tip.
The obligation.
Yes, that's what gets to me. I have no problem tipping when somebody does a good job, but like that's not the standard isn't that anymore. The standard is you tip by default. No matter what, pretty much. No matter what the service was, you tip.
And it's like well known. It's like, oh, well, these people, this is how they make a living.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so many other ways to make a living. If that's what you're doing, then like if you're a great server, waitress, whatever.
Yeah.
I bet you make really good money and you worked for that money and did a good job. And if that person doesn't give you a tip, then that's a jerk move.
Yeah.
But yeah, the obligation of tipping, I don't, because everything's already astronomical in prices and stuff.
Yeah. I'm actually going to take a stand on this, actually.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's a jerk move at all.
What? Whoa.
No,
okay.
I don't think it's jerk. I think not tipping. Are you saying not tipping a great waiter? What's the actual question?
Not tipping at a sit-down restaurant.
Okay, so
that's it. There's no scenario.
There's not enough there for me. So with only that amount of information, I'm giving it a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a stand on this one because, and this is not against the waiters or waitresses. This is not against the service staff. It's against the tipping culture is to me ridiculous. It is so dumb that I have to play your employees, whatever company it is, because you don't want to pay them enough money.
Sure.
I have to pay them.
Sure.
Right? You should pay them, and it should be like. Is the food that expensive? No, the food is so expensive because of the whole thing that's going on here.
Yeah,
like that's added. That's part of the expense of the food is the service.
Yeah,
like everything else, and also who do we decide to tip and who not to tip? That's completely arbitrary.
Well,
completely arbitrary.
And also the standard minimum tip, right?
Yeah.
It was what, like 8%, and then it was 10,
now
and then
like
it was 12.
18
now it's like 20,
that.
I think. So it's like, what's the deal with that, dude? Like before too long, it's like tipping's gonna be 50% of the meal. Like I think that absolutely we're gonna have to save this one for another episode. Needs to change because there's other countries and stuff where like tipping is an offense. Like,
yes, they're offended. Exactly.
Like countries, cultures, people, companies, that's the whole thing. We'll put a pin in that one.
That's a good one for another day for a longer conversation.
This is another weird one I don't do, and I know people do when they're like foodies and stuff. But asking for a bite of someone's food before they've even tried it.
Again, there's no specifics here. So I'm going to say that's a jerk move. That's a jerk move. Yeah, that's a jerk move. If they haven't even tried it, that's a high one. That's over 5.
Asking somebody in general to like if it's your spouse,
exactly.
There's some threshold there that's okay.
But even that before they tried it, like.
But if you're going out with some friends and I get some cheesy tater tots or something. And it comes out and sits in front of me as like part of my meal. Like it's different. It's like an appetizer.
That's completely different.
But if it's something that's like part of my meal, and you're like, oh, hey, can I have a bite of that Santa Fe salad?
Yeah,
Fiesta salad. And you're like, I'm like, what, dude? That's weird.
Yeah,
that's not only a jerk move. It's kind of weird.
It's weird, especially if it's not shareable. Like a tater tot's one thing. Here's a tater tot. It's like an individual thing. I can give it to you.
Yeah,
like a part of my salad. That'd be really weird. Have a bite of your steak. Yeah, that would be super. Yeah. Like that'd be a no. That's a 6, probably a 6 or 7.
All right. So RSVPing yes to a party and then ghosting.
Bro.
You're probably the wrong person to ask on some of these.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's definitely. I think that would strike the chord in women more than
No, I was that's a jerk move. It's like I'll equate it to because I'm a coach, so I have a practice plan. Yes. And if you don't tell me you're not going to be at practice by the time practice, like before, like give me again, sometimes stuff happens, I get it, but you're like, oh, I'm out of town, like so you knew, that's annoying to me, like because like I had to change I had to change everything. I had a whole plan about what we were going to do today, and they had different numbers, so I get that. So like that makes sense. I understand why people would be frustrated with that. So I would say that's like a 6.
Okay.
Above average jerkness.
Yeah, a person put a lot of effort to host this party. Probably a lot of their own money to host this party. They wanted you to come.
Yep.
Because they asked you to come.
Yep.
And then you said yes, and then you didn't. And they planned for 20 people. Sure. Got food for 20 people.
Yeah.
And then if 15 come, then, it's upsetting. So as I got older, when I was younger, I'd be like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Like now that I get older, yes, that is a jerk move. I say it's pretty high too. Talking during a movie. Jerk or no jerk?
In a movie theater. So I guess what is talking? Like whispering? Like I guess loud enough that somebody else can hear you. I guess
when I hear this and I think about it in my head, I visualize like annoying teenagers in the back laughing and giggling. This has happened to me as an adult going to movies. And it made me feel old because I was like, I used to be them.
Yeah. No, that's a high one. That's a high one for me. That's probably a 7, honestly. Especially at a movie theater. In a movie theater, it's worse. If it's like in your own house, it's not as bad.
It is annoying.
It's still
annoying.
If it's
in your house, it's your family.
Yes.
And you're annoyed.
It's not as bad though.
Yeah.
You're not paying.
You can pause it. Mm-hmm. You can pause it too.
Pause.
Yeah.
You got something to say? No, continue.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It was his sister and she moved to Maine.
Yeah.
So that's where she grew up.
Yeah.
All right, we good here? All right, thanks.
That's the wife asking millions of questions. I'm watching the same movie you are. Like, I don't know.
I know. I've never seen it either.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's a twist.
Never seen it either. Yeah. Bringing a crying baby to a fancy restaurant.
I mean, you're not bringing a crying baby. You're bringing a baby to a fancy restaurant.
I would say we could change this and say bringing a baby to a place that could disrupt your atmosphere.
This is a very biased one for me because I have children. It's a public place. This is not private. It's a public place. Kids are human beings.
Yeah.
They can be places. If this place doesn't want kids, that's perfectly fine. They can say that though.
Yeah.
They can say you have to be this age to enter. then of course I'm all with it. If it didn't say that,
yeah,
deal with it. Babies are human beings. That's it. They're human beings.
Whoa.
That's my thing. So like I don't. And again, like if like if the baby's crying and the parents like they're crying for a long time and like they're not taking him out or anything like that, trying to help the situation.
That's a jerk.
Yeah, that's bad parenting. But like,
but no. I have a lot of sympathy also having because like you go out and you just feel that pressure. You feel that anxiety and things like that. All eyes are on me. Everybody's staring at me. They're hearing my kids scream. When really, if other people have kids or whatever, it's the ones that don't get it, right? It's the couple that's never had kids or
they're super old. They haven't had kids for a long time.
That's decades.
Yep.
Where it's like, bro, you forgot.
Yeah.
Most old people are just like smiling and they'll give you the, hey, I've been there before, buddy. Like, hang in there, you know. But there are some where you're like, what did you? Okay, it was maybe the 70s for you that this was happening, but can you lay off?
I guarantee you, for the vast majority of parents, they are more mortified that their kid is screaming than you are.
Oh yeah,
they are more anxiety, more like than you are.
Yeah,
like give them grace. If you never have kids, then I don't. First of all, I don't really care about your opinion. I don't.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, you have no idea what it's like. And if you have had kids at all in your life, then you should understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like parents are allowed to have lives. You know what I mean? Lives don't stop.
And for a lot of those people, especially with a baby, they probably haven't gone out in 3 months.
Yeah.
Like they probably haven't left their house in 3 months. Like they wanted to go out and get their favorite meal. And yes, they have to bring the human being that they created with them.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
yeah.
I more so question sometimes when people have their babies at places that they shouldn't be, where it's like 2K, like a monster truck rally or something, where I'm like, there's a or a DMX concert or something like that. Rest in power, King. but like, what is a baby? You're like, whoa, a baby's here, you know?
Sure. But I'm concerned in those situations. I'm concerned for the baby's
sake. No, I'm not.
Right? Not for the other adults' sake. I don't care if you hear a baby crying.
No.
Like, get over it.
But that's what I think
I'm
when
like,
I hear
the
this.
baby probably shouldn't be here because it's probably not good for the baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about in those situations. But
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very minimal. That's like a 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Playing music out loud in public with no headphones.
Dude, that's a high one. Even though it's not as offensive as some of these other ones, it's again, it's so easy. It's so easy not to do that. That like it's crazy to me that that's your choice. That's the choice you've made.
This one's a personal for me because I see it. It stands out so clearly to me. It happens around me in my work. I saw it last night at baseball. There's a parent walking around, getting their steps in or whatever. I'm like, great, good for you.
Yeah.
Had their music just blaring as every time they're walking by. And again, I'm right there with you. Like, dude, headphones
so cheap
are so anybody any income level can have a pair of headphones.
Yes.
So yes.
100% agree with that. That's like an 8.
And if you forgot your headphones, well then you don't get to listen, or maybe you need to go to your car or a private space. Yeah. Right?
Private space, yes.
Yes. Replying all to an email in general.
Yeah.
Reply all on emails.
That's very situational.
Yeah.
Very, very, very
I don't feel like that's more so of a jerk move, just like a dumb move, right? It's just like, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, we could assume from the context of this game that it's saying replying all when it doesn't need to happen. Because obviously there's plenty of times where you should reply all, in fact. So we could assume that it's meaning like, you know, there's like a blast.
It's the mass blast.
Welcome to so-and-so, got a new job. And it's like 500 people are on this, email. And you're like, welcome to all 500. It's like,
And then you start getting flooded with it. My favorite is, stop replying all as they're replying all. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Kettle.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 5 because it's very situational.
Correcting somebody's grammar.
That's not the worst thing in the world. It's annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's like that's above average. It's like a 6 on a jerk scale. Yeah, it depends on how often. Also, if you're doing it a lot, like you're constantly, like
yeah.
Oh, don't end your sentence in a preposition. You know what I mean? It's like okay, all right.
Well, that's actually a Scottish dialect.
Yeah, actually, whom instead of who.
Whom. Okay. using the last of the milk and putting the empty carton back in the fridge.
That one doesn't bother me as much. That one doesn't bother me as much. This is a personal one. Like if I oh, the milk. Oh, there's not. Well, I guess I'll throw it away. You know what I mean? I just don't. That one's not a big deal. That's like a 2.
Borrowing something from somebody and either not returning it or returning it broken. I would say both are equal, probably.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we've all borrowed something from a buddy and like keep forgetting to return it. Like that's, I don't know, but you have every intention to return it. And if they're not using it, you know what I mean? Like, obviously if they're like, oh, where's my saw, Colin? No, I'm kidding. He has my saw, but it's one of those things. Like, I haven't missed it. Like, who cares? Like, he's had it for like 3 months.
But what happens when you call him and you're like, hey, I need that saw for a project I'm doing, and he's like, I don't know where it is.
Well, okay, if you lose it, that's different.
Or he said, I lent it to my brother-in-law.
I think those are completely different scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, you should try to give back as soon as you can, obviously. But like, if you're friends and like, you know, as long as you don't break it or lose it,
I actually have. I think that's a jerk move. I think that's pretty high, actually. I would say that's probably a 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I have anxiety. So let's say I borrowed your drill.
Yeah.
Right, because I needed it, and then I just keep it there because I forget. Like it just shows that, like, okay, hey, that was really nice of you to lend that to me. You extended your generosity to give me something that, you know, cost a decent amount of money or whatever. And then I just forget to give it to you. Like that. It just seems like I didn't care that transaction. I didn't care about your belongings or care about, you know, your kindness and letting me borrow that.
Interesting. Okay.
That's how I see it. And to me, like like I said, if I have something I borrowed of yours, like I'm going to make sure that the minute I'm done with it, it gets back to you. Whether it's like the next day, that day, because it just, every time I see it there and it just bugs me.
Interesting.
Yeah, it bugs me. It feels like I'm on a timer. And
I think it's interesting. I think the reason it's like those two, the feelings on both sides of it, being the borrower and the borrowee for you, like make perfect sense together.
Yeah.
Right. Like you feel so strongly that you don't want people to keep their stuff too long.
Yeah.
Essentially, you feel so strongly. Therefore, it makes you feel like, well, I have to give it back immediately, because then otherwise I'm a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But also, like, if I let you borrow something, and like, I don't think I let you borrow my power washer or something. I wasn't using it. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm not like sitting over there watching the days go by and marking off on my calendar or whatever. Like, and I know I trust you. I know that you're not going to break it or lend it to your brother-in-law or whoever. Yeah. So it's different on that side. But for me personally, I feel that weight. Yeah.
If you break it and then you just replace it, I think that's pretty simple.
That sucks.
If you should not lending it to somebody else is an absolute no.
Yeah.
That's a no. For sure.
No.
I don't think I've ever run into that, actually.
Dude, and I would say there's some family things that have happened.
Okay.
Why I feel strongly about
really?
this.
Okay,
yeah, where people have been taken advantage.
Sure.
And some very expensive things have been, lost.
That makes sense.
Given away.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense that your experience, shapes your opinion on this.
For sure.
I've never had a bad experience with like lending, like borrow, giving something and giving it back. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah. But it makes sense if you have a situation where it's like you got hosed, that makes perfect sense of why you'd feel differently. I get that. Yeah. Yes. That makes sense.
So, blasting fireworks on a random weekday night that's not the 4th of July.
10. That's a 10.
I remind the audience, 10 is you go to jail. So
you go to jail.
Dave's putting you in jail on this one.
10 go to jail. I don't know.
That's what it is, man. I don't make the rules.
Being a jerk
I don't make the
doesn't
rules.
Get you in jail.
It can.
I guess.
I
guess. So that's as high as you can get without going to jail.
Okay.
Whatever that is. I hate fireworks. I hate them. They're the worst.
We've talked about this on episodes 1 through all of them.
Oh, I'm gonna go even stronger. I'm gonna go stronger than I had before.
Okay.
If you like, fireworks are one of the most boring hobbies that's ever existed. The most boring garbage. It's just pretty lights. That's it. And annoying explosions. And you're so mesmerized by this. Come on, get a hobby that takes some intellect, please. If you love fireworks, if like your favorite thing, you're probably a really boring person. Legitimately, please. It is so mind-numbingly boring to watch fireworks. So yes, setting them off after a random Chiefs win is a 9. It's a 9. Do not it's who cares? I don't know. You're waking all of us up with your annoying fireworks.
Yeah.
Because your football team won.
But I'm also like, who got these fireworks in February? Like what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
These people are keeping them in totes or something in their garage.
Yes.
That's wild.
Fireworks suck.
Okay.
Awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit my voice out of that one, and I'm just gonna let you be by yourself. You're gonna get torched. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Not shoveling snow off your sidewalk when it's icy or snowy.
I've actually started doing this recently. Last few snows, I've been trying to shovel.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a jerk if you don't do it.
I don't get this, man. So my wife gets on to me.
Yeah.
I don't get maybe it's passed down to them. My dad is. So where we live, I think if I lived somewhere else, I'd feel differently.
Yeah.
But where we live, we get snow. It's not like in Minnesota or anything.
Yeah.
But we get snow and it's there and then it's gone in maybe that day or in a day or two. Maybe, it's melted and
maybe
gone.
a few days.
It depends.
It's very rarely. It can last a week.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't get the minute it snows and you just see dudes out there immediately shoveling and all this stuff. It's dude, my car has 4-wheel drive. Mm-hmm. We don't get enough snow here to where I'm going to be snowed in. It's a freak case if that's ever the case.
Yes.
I can get in and out of my driveway easily. Now, if I know my 85-year-old grandma's coming over or my parents or anybody who might have run the risk of slipping and falling or something or a guest or having a party. Yeah. Sure, I'll go out there and do that. But if it's a Tuesday night, I don't need to shovel my driveway. I can get in and out of it perfectly fine, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not a jerk.
No, you're not a jerk. I've been,
and it's not lazy either. It's me being here's my time. I'm not prioritizing that. Mm-hmm. I think it's silly.
What's funny is I started shuffling, and my wife's like, "Why are you doing that? It's a waste." It's funny because your wife's "Get out there and shovel."
Thank you.
Because I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna shovel the not the driveway. That takes a long time.
The walkway.
Sure. And I'll do a strip of the driveway. So if we have packages or people walking up, they can walk up on the where it's not snowy or icy.
No, maybe I'm a jerk because I didn't think about.
You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking about.
You thought about that and I didn't. So damn it. Now I'm a jerk because we do order Amazon stuff all the time.
But does he say driveway? What did it say?
It says your sidewalks, but I'm going to put
drive. Yeah,
just the
driveway itself is not that big of a deal, especially once you've driven over it. Once you driven over it one time, your car packs that snow in, and that stuff's on there. Yeah. You got to break it with a hammer or something to get that off.
Yeah.
So it gives. Yeah, I mean it does help. If you shovel it, it'll melt faster, no doubt about it. You get that snow off there, it'll melt faster, but it's not a big deal. It's not. It doesn't make you a jerk if you don't do it.
Okay. Clapping when the plane lands.
No, it's not a jerk at all. You're not a jerk.
Yeah.
It's a 0, but it's dumb.
I just think you're goofy.
Yeah, what are you doing? I don't know.
I would say adding to that, the people who also clap and cheer when a movie ends in a movie theater.
That one's less dumb to me. But who are you clapping for? They can't hear you. You know what I mean?
It's not a performance.
But sometimes movies get you they're pumped and you're really excited. I don't know. There's movies will evoke some emotion at least.
Yeah.
Still weird, but it's not to me the plane thing is I didn't die, I guess. You made it.
Woo!
Is that it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's not a jerk.
No
You're just a goofball. Yeah. You're just oh, look at this goofy guy.
No jerk.
Whatever. Taking a phone call, FaceTime, whatever, while you're in the bathroom, in the stall. Hello? Hey, no, I'm not busy.
So I got to separate those.
Okay.
Phone call, that's no jerk, I don't think. Especially if
while you're in the stall.
The only time I'm answering the phone, if it's I have to answer this call. It's somebody it's important. Maybe my wife calls me and then calls me back immediately. I'm gonna answer it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? FaceTime, never. Never. You are a weirdo. Do not like. Yeah, I've had people talk about like just weird things on FaceTime.
Can I ask you a question in general? Where are you at with FaceTime? Are you a big FaceTimer with like conversations, calls, and stuff like that?
I only FaceTime with my family. I've never FaceTime with anybody else, probably.
Okay.
I don't love it and I don't hate it. It's fine. It's fine.
To me, it's weird. I don't know. Because I'm in that gap where like I was already adult.
Yeah.
When FaceTime even became a thing.
Sure.
But it's just like you watch movies or you see like anybody in public and stuff, and it's like, oh, so and so's calling. Oh, hold on. Hey, how's it going? It's like,
yeah, no.
It's weird to me. Like that's your go-to move.
Yeah.
And you already know me. I hate talking on the phone. So you're gonna hate like where I'm like having to stare at you. Like, you know,
bro, this man. Every time he answers the phone, it is like he is like just woke up. Literally, I've literally said this to him before. Like, oh, sorry, did I wake you up? He's like, no, I'm awake all day. He's like, hello. I'm like, what? And like think about Matt is like
everybody says that to me.
He's super happy, he's super friendly. Like I'm like, so I'm like, oh my bad, did I interrupt something? Like what's going on? Like
I don't know what it is.
That's what
man.
It sounds like.
I just feel aggravated. Like I feel like. And it's not just you, it's just everybody. I just feel like if somebody's like, text, I'm fine, dude. I get text, I'm like, oh, Dave texted me. That what he say? All right, cool. He texted back.
Why are you calling me? Yeah.
If I get a call, it's just like, you're interrupting me doing whatever. Yeah. And it's not, I'm just like, hello. And I hate talking on that. I'm not a big talk on the phone person either. Like long conversations and stuff.
Sure.
I love talking to people in person and everything. But see, I don't know why I'm like that.
That's funny.
But, double dipping with a chip, cracker, whatever at a party.
Again, like not your family.
No.
Your family's not a big deal. Like double dipping that's a jerk move. It's a jerk move. It's not as bad as some people would say it might be. I think they did some information on it where it's like there is germs obviously, but it's not enough like to like make you sick or something like that. But like so it's a jerk move. Just because you should know in a social environment that people don't like this, you should know that's not socially acceptable kind of thing. Like, you know, it's not the biggest deal. You just shouldn't do it.
It's gross. Yeah, if it's like your work friends or work party, like, oh, it's gross. Like nobody's like, oh, it's not a big deal.
Agreed.
Doesn't bother me. It's like, no, I think that bothers everybody. It'd be like, you want to drink out of the same straw? Like nobody would like volunteer to do that. So, all right, two more. Cheering against your friend's favorite sports team just to annoy them.
For me, that's a big one for me.
Like if I'm just hanging over your shoulder being like, oh, they intercepted it. Oh, how's that make you feel?
Dude, that's gonna get me upset quickly, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be like a 8 or a 9. Yeah,
okay.
100%.
I've never I guess I've never been I'm not that type.
Yeah, that would bother me.
I'm not that type to intentionally I'll say stuff that I know that will get you fired up. Mm-hmm. But I've just never been that type where it's like whatever it is, like if you're passionate about whatever, it's like, oh, I know I'm not going to touch that subject, or I'm not going to intentionally go after your team that you care about and try to like piss you off. I don't know who gets joy out of that, right?
Yeah, I don't know either. But again, that's just I don't do that to other people because I know that I really dislike that.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of like parking. I always fix my parking because I really dislike it when people don't do it. You know. Yeah. So like. During the game, that would get me like really frustrated.
Yeah.
After the game, it was probably get me somebody fired up a little bit, but it would not be as.
I think after I think it's okay to share in that person's misery, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like, you know, if your team lost in a silly manner, right? It's like they blocked field goal and they returned it.
Yeah.
You know, for a touchdown in overtime or something. It's like, ooh,
that's a tough one. Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, that's a tough one, bro. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I'm not like, you suck. Your team's terrible. I would never do that. I would never do that for sure.
Yeah. But that's a big part of sports though.
Yeah.
And people.
A lot of people do that.
Hey, you see all the videos of people fighting in the stadiums and stuff.
Yeah.
They ain't fighting because, you know, somebody talked crap on their favorite, you know, stock that they invested in.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. There's very much of a identity with sports fandom.
Yeah. Sure. Not standing up to let someone out of an aisle that you're sitting in, whether it's airplanes, the arena, any of those places.
Standing up.
where they just like do the thing where you're moving your legs
like
out.
move your legs or to the side. I think as long as you're making an effort to get out of the way, standing up's probably the best way, but only in certain situations, right? If it's like a situation where, like it's a pew, like at church, like standing up's not that much big of a difference.
Actually makes it worse.
Yeah, unless you like get out of the pew completely. Yeah. Then, but otherwise, my knees are in the same spot, Yeah. So it depends. Like if it's like one of those that like opens up and like flaps back, then maybe like you can like you stand up and like you can move further back away. But you're not a jerk if you don't stand up. Yeah. As long as you make an effort to get out of the way.
Sure.
If you just stand there, you're like, deal with it. Like that's a jerk move.
Yeah.
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 But
yeah. I hate since I'm a taller, larger individual. It's tough for me at places like that, especially like sitting next to somebody.
Yeah.
And most people are cool about it, but it's also like the older I get, it's like live sporting events for me. If it weren't for my son being super into it, just like watching his joy and me getting joy from his, joy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't need to be there. Like there's cool occasions and stuff like that. Like you're going to a game this year with your family and everything, which is super cool.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that's like, if your team was here, it's like, I don't need to go see them all the time. Right. Like, I'm a big Shockers fan, WSU, Wichita State. But I don't need to go to every game. Like the only reason I really go, I love watching them on TV and following them and everything, but you go into them, it's such a hassle, man. Like it's expensive.
Yes.
You got to pay for parking. You got to walk 1,000,000 miles. You go through a crowd of people. It's not comfortable where you're sitting. It's just like, I'm sounding older and older as I say this. I'm the guy from the Progressive commercial becoming my parents.
For sure. So we leave in the third quarter? Or?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But obviously the in-person is the experience, right? The experience of the crowd and all that stuff. But if you want to watch the game, the best seat in the house is your couch.
Sure.
Easily.
Yeah.
Not even close. You can see the best view, the best like access to the information about what's happening.
Yeah.
As far as replays and like the announcers telling you what's happening, like easily the best seat in the house is your couch if your goal is to actually watch the game.
Yeah.
Like see what happens.
Yeah.
But agreed.
I will say all those things being said, if you're at a big game in person, there's nothing more electric.
Oh, for sure. It's the experience though. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So if your seat sucks, but if you paid a bunch of money, it was worth the money. If the game was great, your team wins.
Yeah.
The whole crowd, like there's nothing more electric than that or energizing than that.
Some of the K-State games, I went to Kansas State University games in football in college I went to. I mean, they're just amazing.
It's gotta be crazy.
It's just crazy. Like we won the Big 12 and all this stuff. And people are going nuts, and it's just like,
And K-State's one thing. It's good program and stuff. Can you imagine being in like Clemson or
the Big House,
Ohio State,
the Shoe,
or
Kyle Field and Texas A&M, like
these places some of these schools where it's like it is a religion, like this is a religion, this is a person's like identity, a way of life, like those would be cool, man.
Yeah, and some of the soccer stadiums overseas go nuts.
Yeah,
I mean, they're for sure. There's good things out going to these games.
Yeah,
but it's all have to do with the experience, the atmosphere, the feel, right?
Yeah,
it's not actually seeing the game because a lot of times you're like, what happened? Like I can't really see it. Like I can't. There's some guys down there. Like I don't have good enough seats to like.
You get pampered by everything on TV or whatever.
Where's the yellow line? Is that first down? I can't tell.
I can't tell. They're like huddling around somebody. You're like, what happened? You're like, oh, he broke his femur. You're like, oh, I didn't know. Couldn't tell. It is like a normal play. And on TV, you saw it 18 times already, and you're like, oh yeah, that's terrible.
A lot of times in football stadiums, you can't tell if they made the field goal. You just can't tell. Like your
that's a great point.
Your angle is like. And then you see this. Oh, he made it. Okay,
that's a great point. Because it's like a line drive, and
for sure.
Like, what?
And if you're not at a good angle, you have no idea.
I sat behind the field goal post, like probably 20 rows back from it, the Cowboy Stadium, and it was cool when they were in the red zone.
Yeah,
when they were on the other side of the field, that sucked.
You're watching TV like everyone else.
But then kicking a field goal was super cool because you're like before TV or anybody else, like when he kicked, you're like, yep, that's good before it even hits the upright.
For sure. All right, man. That's great. I love that.
Doggy dog.
Yeah, doggy dog, jerk, no jerk.
Don't pay for school.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Also, don't set off fireworks.
Yes, don't do it ever.
Fantastic. Well, Matt, I appreciate it.
All right.
That's it for this one. So we'll see you next time. Hopefully Colin's back next week, and see you later.